Okay, let's start. So, today we're going to talk about masculine and feminine energy. And in one of our last classes, we've talked about Carl Jung's ideas of the anima and the animus. And he said that these are the two sides of, these are two parts um, of the personal unconscious. And so today I want to look at these ideas a little bit more uh, closely and discuss them. And we will also talk about sexual polarity and a little bit more about relationships. Some of this maybe you already know, some of this is going to be new. So, and I will also be asking some of you guys to help me with our translation as usual. So let's begin. I want to start with some so Lewis, can you help me to just translate these questions? The first one is, do you find it hard to sit still and relax? How do you how do you translate this? Is Lewis here?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, now we can hear you. Yeah, so that first question, how would you ask this kind of question in Chinese?
Uh, I can try. Do you find it hard to sit still and relax?
Yeah, is it difficult for you?
No, I think it's quite easy. 就是你怎么，就是你可以很轻松的，不对，应该是你可以，你觉得就是如果坐得很直，会很难吗？就是如果你要坐着，然后你要保持坐的直的这个状态，然后就是感觉很轻松啊，或者是不轻松，就大概这个意思。
Okay.
Yes.
And the second one is, do you feel guilty and lazy if you aren't constantly working on your goals?
就是你会有感觉到罪恶感吗？如果你如果你没有就是在往你的那个目标去努力的话。
Okay.
Yes.
Third one, do you
Yeah.
love options and can't decide? Is it difficult for you to decide?
Wait. Winifred says the first one is maybe is wait. 第一个坐着保持静止会很难吗？Maybe I translate is not my translate is not exactly, but if anybody is have some questions, you can talk in the chat. Okay. The third question is, 你会怎么说呢？就是你有选择困难吗？就是不能决定一些事情吗
？Right, right. And the last one is, are you sensitive to others' feelings and needs? Is it easy for you to know other people's feelings? Is it easy for you to know what other people need?
Yes. 第四个就是你会对别人的感受比较敏感吗？就别人有什么感觉或者是需要的话，你会比较敏感的去察觉到吗？Yes, I finished.
Okay. Thanks, Lewis. So these questions, depending on how you answer these questions, they will tell you a little bit about whether you are more masculine or more feminine. Remember that everybody has both masculine and feminine energy, but if you answer the first two questions are related to masculine energy and the last two questions are related to feminine energy. Now again, they're not exact, okay? So they're just giving you an idea. And I want to look at the characteristics of these two energies, and I want to discuss them a little bit further and give you some examples so that you have a better idea of which one you have more of and how to balance them and how to choose when to be more masculine and when to be more feminine. So before we look at the characteristics, let's do a small introduction, okay? Lewis, maybe you can help me with this part as well. So when children are born, if they're boys or if they're girls, they have an equal balance of masculine and feminine, most of them. Of course, there are some children which are naturally more masculine, and there are some children which are naturally more feminine. The reason for this is that when the baby is inside the mother, depending on the mother's environment, depending on the people around the mother, depending on the situation, the mother will produce a certain amount of testosterone. Testosterone in Putonghua is 睾丸激素. And depending on how much testosterone the mother produces while she is pregnant, it will affect how masculine or how feminine the child is when the child is born. If she produces more testosterone, the child, whether it's a girl or a boy, will have more masculine tendencies, or we can say will be more masculine or have more masculine energy, but still will also have some feminine energy. And if the mother produces very little testosterone when she is pregnant, the boy or the girl will have more feminine energy when they're born. Lewis.
就是一个小孩子他生下来的时候，他会有男性化一面和女性化的一面，然后这个东西是有就是他们在母亲的身体里面的时候就已经决定了的，跟那个母亲她在她怀孕的时候所处的环境或者是她的生活状态有关系，因为它会就是分泌一种叫睾丸激素的一种荷尔蒙嘛激素，然后它就如果这种激素多的话，就是这个小孩子他生下来以后就可能比较就会男性化一点，然后如果这个激素分泌的比较少的话，她就是女孩就不一定是女孩，但是就是她的女性化的一面就会比较多。Yes.
Okay. We'll continue. So because of this, we have different boys and girls have different tendencies, they have different characters or different personalities. Not all boys are masculine, not all girls are feminine. And of course, from your friends, from the people that you have seen on TV, you understand that even from yourself, you realize that you can be more masculine or more feminine compared to some of your friends or your classmates. So we have natural tendencies because of hormones. But after we're born, our family or the people around us also influence whether we're a more masculine boy or girl or whether we're a more feminine boy or girl. We grow up with people around us. Now, children, one of the things about children is that they are super learners. They're always learning from people in their environment. These people are probably going to be their parents, their grandparents, their brothers, sisters, cousins, the people who they live with. And then, of course, when they go to school, it will be their close friends and their teachers. If the child has parents, both the mother and the father, who are more masculine, the child learns that this is the kind of characteristic, this is the kind of way, this is the personality that the child needs to fit into the family and to live a normal, healthy life in the society. However the parents are, the child assumes this is normal and this is how the child has to be. If the child has parents that are more feminine, both the father and the mother, which are more feminine, then the child learns that he or she needs to be more feminine to live a normal life. So as we grow up, it's not just our hormones, it's also the people around us who teach us certain characteristics, which you will see when we look at them later, can be either masculine or feminine. Lewis.
是，刚才讲的是天生的决定因素，然后不过还有一部分就是决定因素是，就是出生完了以后你所成长的环境和你的生活习惯影响的，就是小孩子就是他在成长的时候要疯狂的去吸收周围的一些知识，然后以此来适应社会和家庭这些的，然后如果就是他出生了以后，如果这个家庭他是一个就是比较需要女性化的一个状态的话，那个小孩子就会学着去做女性化的事情，去迎合这个家庭的需要，然后一起来就是生活的健康，或者是就是以此达到一个平衡吧，就是他要适应周边的一些社会和感觉，对，要不然的话就无法适应，就会出问题。Yes, I'm finished.
Okay, continue. Now, if the child has balanced parents, meaning that one of the parents is more masculine and the other one is more feminine, then the child learns from both how to be in different situations, and the child will be more neutral, meaning that they will have a bigger balance, a better balance of masculine energy, and they will be able to use their masculine energy in the situations that they learn to use them, maybe from the parent which is more masculine, and they will learn how to use their feminine energy in situations that they need to use feminine energy from the parent who is more feminine. They also learn how masculine and feminine energy balance each other. They also learn how masculine and feminine energy attract each other. We're going to talk about sexual polarity a little bit later, and this will be a little more clear. But at the moment, what we want to look at is that if the child, the boy or the girl, is more masculine, the boy or the girl will be attracted to feminine energy naturally. Does not matter what the gender of the boy or the girl is. They will, or the gender of the person they are attracted to, they will be attracted to their opposite. Same in the same way, if the child is, the boy or girl is more feminine, they will be attracted to someone, boy or girl, that is more masculine. Lewis.
等一下，我要想一下他前面讲了什么。就是就是说比如说父母吧，就是在培养小孩子的时候，爸爸一般都是比较男性化的那一方，然后妈妈一般都是比较女性化的那一方嘛。当然也有其他的就是反例什么的，就是先举个例子，然后小孩子就会从爸爸那边学到男性化的一面，然后从妈妈那边学到女性化的一面，以此来面对就是生活中的各个情况，然后还有什么？就是这会使那个小孩就是又有男性化的一面，又有女性化的一面，因为他不可能做到完全男性和完全女性化，就是一般都是在就是一个值上面，就是这样子的。然后还有就是我有点忘记了，wait, let me think. I have a little bit forgot what you said.
They will learn from their parents' attraction. They will
Yes.
see which one.
Yes, I remember. 就是当这个小孩就是他有男性就他是男性化和女性化的结合嘛，但是他肯定也有偏向性，就是他偏向男性化这一方，还是偏向女性化这一方。然后如果他偏向男性化这一方的话，他就会被就是比他更就是女性化的的人吸引。如果他是比较偏向女性化这一方的话，他就会被更男性化的一些人吸引。就是他有互补性的，我觉得是，就是他就会是喜欢就是和自己有对立关系的那种感觉的。Yes, I finished.
Okay. All right. Let's continue. So now I want to look at some of the characteristics of masculine energy and feminine energy, and let's look a little bit closer at them. So, Yvonne, are you listening? Yvonne. Eva, are you listening? Okay, help me with this translation. The first thing, before I look at these, I want to talk about the most powerful desire, which is not mentioned here. I don't remember if I mentioned it later as well. No, I didn't. So I want to talk about one of the most powerful desire for masculine energy and for feminine energy. Feminine energy, the thing that feminine energy most wants is love or connection. And the thing that masculine energy most wants is freedom. Feminine energy is always looking to connect and to bond. Masculine energy is always looking for, almost in the opposite way, it's looking for lack of connection. Freedom means that there's nothing holding on to it, there's nothing with it. Love or connection will make feminine energy feel complete, and freedom will make masculine energy feel complete. Eva.
就是我看一下，就是那个女性的话，那个女性的那个能量，最想要的是爱情和 connect 是联系，然后男性的那个能量的话，最想要的是自由。女性的话就总是在寻找与他人之间能够达成联系的那个方式，然后男性的话就是另一个相对的东西，就是一种自由，一种不会被关注到的自由。然后爱情和这种联系的话会让女性感到满足，然后自由的话会让那个男性的那个能量感到满足。Yes, I'm finished.
Okay, continue. When we look at people's personalities, you remember one of those questions was, do you find it hard to sit still and relax? The second was, do you feel guilty and lazy if you are not constantly working on your goals? The reason why they ask those questions is because they're trying to find whether you are the kind of person that needs to do. Masculine energy is always about doing. It's always about taking action. Feminine energy is about feeling. There is no action. Feminine energy is just about being or feeling what is happening, not doing. Eva.
就是当你去留意一个人的个性的话，就比方说刚才有两个问题，一个是你会不会认为坐直身体是一种难的事情，还有另一个问题是，就是当你没有去实现自己的目标的时候，你会有一种负罪感，然后就是体现出两性那个能量的一种差异。男性的话就一直会有一种保持行动、保持工作的一种态度，然后女性的话就更加偏向于是一种情感，而并非是一种行动。Yes, something like this.
That's fine. So when I go back to those last two questions, right? Let's look at the last question. The third one is about something later on. Are you sensitive to others' feelings and needs? Feminine energy, we answer this question, when we look at this question, feminine energy feels other people's feelings, can feel what other people need. Feminine energy is more connected to other people. This is why when we say feminine energy is more about feeling, we are saying it feels the situation. It feels how other people can feel. It can empathize, or it has compassion. It's more about caring and feeling. Eva.
就是最后一个问题的话，就是你对他人的情感会敏感吗？然后女性的话就在这个点上就会更加能够感受别人的那个感觉吧。然后就是他会更加有那个共情力、那个同理心，所以他们会更加在这方面上倾向于情感。Yes.
Okay. So I know that some of the things we're going to talk about today are going to be a little abstract. So I'll try to give you as many realistic examples as I can. But some of it really is abstract. Energy is abstract. So when we look at in one of the previous classes, we were talking about the archetypes, and you remember that we talked about the 4 archetypes: the king, the warrior, the magician, and the lover. An interesting connection here is, and you will see this over and over and over again, masculine energy is kind of related to the warrior. The warrior is all about action, doing. And the lover is more related to feminine energy. The lover is more related to feeling and connection and creating love between people. Eva.
就是之前上一节课，之前那节课讲的那个4种那个 upside 的话，就是男性的话会更加偏向于，偏向什么来着？就女性的话会更偏向那个 lover， 就是那个爱者。But Bob, I'm not sure that the
Masculine.
Masculine's the energy is prone to which one? The 4 parts. Which?
The warrior.
Warrior.
You remember, the warrior is the one who will protect.
保护者。男性的话更加偏向于保护者，然后女性的话会更加偏向于爱者。
The warrior. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. The next difference is, let's do them together, okay? Masculine energy is more about the head. It's more about rationality. So masculine energy is more about thinking, analyzing, and making decisions. We can say that both men and women have masculine and feminine energy, but in certain situations, it's necessary to use masculine energy. An easy example of this is when people are at work. It is often necessary to think about what you are doing, to analyze situations, and to make decisions. These are necessary skills for anyone who is employed by a company or anyone who is managing other people. Feminine energy, on the other hand, as I said, we have both, and feminine energy is more important for building personal relationships with people. Now you can use feminine energy at work to build relationships with your coworkers, your colleagues, your clients, your boss. Feminine energy is more about expressing, which is about showing emotions and feelings. It's more about our non-verbal communication, facial expressions, body language. Intuiting has the meaning is using our intuition, using feeling. There are these two ways of describing how people make decisions. You can use the head or you can use the heart. The head is about thinking, rationalizing, about calculating. The heart is more about intuition. The heart is more about feeling whether a decision is right or wrong. The heart is more about just knowing it inside your body. We've all had situations where we were unsure what the right decision was, but something inside us, some people call it your gut, or some people just call it feeling. It feels like this is the right decision. I just know that this is the right decision. This is an example of intuition or intuiting. And feminine energy, people who have stronger feminine energy have that. They have this ability to just feel decisions, and they make decisions just based on how they feel. And the third one there is just being. Because now you have all been to my class and you understand that when you're in your head, you have the ego, and the ego is talking, and you're thinking and thinking and thinking. And just being is more about being in the body. It's about with the breath or with the heart. It's disconnection from the head or the thoughts. Just being is about silence in the mind and connection to the body. And so when we practice meditation, we have this interesting dance between the masculine and the feminine. The ego pulls us away from our feminine, and we listen to the thoughts in our head, and then we pull away from the thoughts in our head, and we connect back to the heart or the body, and we go back to just being or feminine. Eva.
就是，这种男性的那个能量的话，会更加，就比方说男性的话会比较偏向于就是头部，然后这个地方是那个思考，然后分析和做出决定，就不管谁都会，女性的话就先说女性吧，就女性的话会更加偏向于是心脏，然后它是一种直觉的去做出一种决定，然后男女的话都会有那个男性的能量，在某种情况下会使用，然后同时的话，如果是这种能量的话，就比较强烈的话，会产生一种思想，就是它会就那种思想会更加强的，就做什么，然后为什么要做和怎么去做，就用来去管理自己或者是管理别人。然后女性的话会倾向于去跟别人建立联系，就不是那种管理的那种方式，然后他们会运用自己的会运用很多不同方式吧去那个建立联系，因为他们会更加能够感受到别人的情绪。然后之前说他们是就比较倾向于是部位的话就是心脏，然后他们是用直觉去描述这种决定，就比方说是一种第六感吧，然后直觉会告诉他们这应该做什么，但是没有理由，它并非是一种运用那个理性思维去判断的结果。然后如果是一些人的话会具有特别强烈的女性能量的话，就会有一种能力去做一个 更加倾向于用那个能力去做决定，来自一种就比较玄学的第六感吧。然后另一个点就是脑子里的本我一直在思考，然后它会产生一种联系，它会联系思想，然后联系到身体，然后就脑子里本我的话会有那个脑海里的声音，然后当你去倾听那个声音的时候，你会重新建立起一种联系，然后再回到你的思想里，就是这样子。就后面不是很懂，后面就比较yes yes I'm finished.
Continue, please continue. So before I continue, let's look at these abstract concepts and let's see how they apply in real life. So a person who is in their masculine, it could be a man or it could be a woman, right? Whatever. A person who is in their masculine. Let's say this person is the manager of their department. They go to work and they have to call up their masculine. They have to be masculine. They have to do things, right? They have to take action at their company. They need to think and analyze. They look at the numbers. They have to make decisions. They're a good manager. They work hard. Their team, they have good relationship with their team. They also rely on feeling, especially if they're trying to build relationships with their team. They show their expressions and they intuit. They feel how other people feel. They make sure that their team is working harmoniously by balancing their masculine and feminine energy. When they go home from work, they're with their family. They will sometimes need the doing part. Let's say they have children. They will sometimes need the doing part. They will sometimes need to help their children with their homework. They will sometimes need to cook for their children. They will have to take action to take care of the child. And they will sometimes need to lean or be more feminine with the child. This is both a man or a woman, right? They will need to feel how the child feels. They will need to just be with the child, just listen to what the child has experienced or what the child is feeling or talking about. To be balanced or to be neutral is to have both the masculine and the feminine and to know when to use which ones. Eva.
OK，就是举个例子的话，就是比方说有一个经理，然后他会有同时有那个两种能量，然后男性能量的话，就是让他去工作的时候，在这个期间，然后唤醒这些能量，然后他会运用这个能量的话去工作、去分析、去做决定。然后这个经理的话也会有一个团体，然后他需要运用他的女性能量去跟这个团体建立联系，然后再保证这个工作。然后回到家之后，就他会和家人一起去做家务，去照顾如果孩子的话，就会照顾孩子。然后做家务的话是运用一种男性能量，然后当照顾孩子的话，就会运用那种女性能量去跟孩子建立联系。所以说，在这种情况下的话，作为一个平衡的话，就应该知道什么时候，就哪种情况下应该运用哪种能量去帮助自己达到更好的效果。Yes, I'm finished.
Okay. The next one is leading and following. Masculine energy has to lead. Masculine energy has to make decisions, and then it has to demonstrate. It has to show people what needs to be done. It tells other people what they need to do. It will direct people toward achieving certain goals. Masculine energy is more goal oriented. It's related to following a purpose and moving in the direction of that purpose, moving in the direction of that goal. It has to lead other people toward something. Feminine energy is more about following. Feminine energy does not like to lead. Feminine energy wants to follow someone or something that has a clear path toward a direction, toward achieving something. The example here is dancing. If you are dancing, there's always one person who leads and one person who follows. Usually it's the man who leads and the woman who follows. There's a reason for that. Men, not always, but they tend to be more masculine, and this is why they want to lead. And women, not always, but they tend to be more feminine, and this is why they want to follow. And they have to both dance together, one person leading and one person following, otherwise the dance is awkward. It doesn't look or feel very good. Eva.
OK， 就是两个点，一个是领导和跟随，然后男性能量的话就是做决定，然后去领导他人，去告诉别人应该做什么，然后这个告诉的人呢就会去听从他的那个领导，然后去实现目标。然后女性的话就是这个被告诉的人，她会选择去跟随，然后再去听从那个下达的命令去实现目标。就女性能量的话就更多是跟随，就不大喜欢是去领导，然后比较倾向于是去跟随别人，然后去再达到目标。就比方说就是舞蹈吧，然后舞蹈里面肯定有人是领舞，有人是伴舞，然后但是多数情况下的话都是由男性来伴舞，然后男性来领舞，然后女性来伴舞。因为在这种女性能量的倾向下的话，就女性会倾向于就是不领舞，因为她们并没有那种特别强烈的想要去领舞的那种欲望。Yes.
Okay, the next few examples they might be a little difficult. Let's try it. Let's see. So, related to leading and following, let's start with this. Another example, which I want to lead into the next one, is looking at seduction. Okay? In seduction, both person are seducing each other. First of all, in any seduction, both people are seducing each other. But in any good seduction, one person is leading the seduction and the other person is kind of following the seduction and playing along. The following is part of the seduction. If the person chooses not to follow, there is no seduction. Okay. Casper, can you help me to translate the next part? Oh no. Okay, fine. Okay, Casper. Well, good luck, Eva. So, okay, so Casper. In a seduction, one person is leading the seduction and one person is following. Both people are seducing each other in this kind of dance. Now, usually the person with masculine energy, often it will be the man, has to lead the seduction. He is the one who will make it clear to the woman that he is interested in her. He will create connection, and he will also create attraction. He will do this by slowly touching the woman, and she will respond and she will follow. If she's interested in the seduction and she's interested in the man, she will, I should stop saying he and she, because sometimes it can be two women or it can be two men. One is masculine, one is feminine. So the one with more masculine energy will lead the seduction. They will do more of the touching. And the one who is the more feminine, they will follow the seduction, and they will also do a little bit of touching, but they will usually do what the masculine has done to show that they are willing to follow. An example is where I've already talked about this in our classes previously, but let's say, for example, the man touches the masculine touches the feminine's hand, and the feminine is interested. Eventually the feminine will also touch the masculine's hand back in a form of following, to show that yes, this is a seduction and we're both interested and we're both playing this game. Similarly, the masculine is giving those feelings to the feminine, and the feminine is receiving those feelings. Now, I want to connect this to when people are having sex. The masculine is giving passion and the feminine is receiving. This is how it is. The third thing over there is pleasing. The masculine is giving pleasure to the feminine, and the feminine is receiving pleasure, receiving those good feelings. The feminine does give pleasure as well, but it's the responsibility of the masculine to give more pleasure. Okay, Casper, please try.
OK， 应该就是我前面记不太清楚，就是说，拥有就比较是男性化那方面的人会去 leader， 然后女性化那方面拥有女性化那种能量比较强的人，然后呢，Bob, I forgot the first you say.
I was talking about in seduction. In seduction, one person is leading the seduction and the second person is following. Usually the masculine is leading the seduction. The masculine, I'm just going to say the he over here, right? He is the one who shows the feminine that he's interested. He slowly touches her, and she knows, she's aware of this, and she will follow by touching him back to show him, yes, I'm also interested in this seduction, in this dance, and I want to follow you. I know where this is going, I like where this is going, and I want to follow.
OK， 就比较男性化能量那方面就会 主动去触碰，我就是说男女吧，女性化女方的女方那边，然后之后呢去引领女方那边，然后去告诉她，然后我对你是感兴趣的，然后就是然后之后呢，女方那边就会然后接收到这种东西，然后会去跟随这种，然后如果她感兴趣，她会说也会去触碰回男方那边，然后之后呢，然后去回用也是用身体接触去回复他，我对你是感兴趣的，然后就像好像有个 games 的那个就是他会就是男方会主动提出就是就是好啊，我整理一下语言，就是也是这样，就会主动提出，然后呢，就是去引领女方，然后去玩一个游戏，然后之后呢，要是女方对那个游戏感兴趣的话，然后呢，也会去主动，也会去跟随着男生然后去玩，然后呢，然后 Bob 给了一个 example，就是在进行欢爱之中，然后之后男方会引领女性，然后之后去做一些动作，然后做一些行动去引领女性，然后之后呢让女性感到欢愉，然后之后呢，女性会收到这种感觉，然后之后呢，然后会也收到这种感觉。So the feminist energy person will give the how to say the man the sex examples will give stems feelings to the masculinized person.
Yes. So in sex, one person is giving pleasure and the other one is receiving pleasure.
Okay.
And usually it's the masculine that's giving pleasure.
然后男性那方面大约都是主动给予欢愉那方，然后女性方面是接收跟随着欢愉的那方面。Finish.
Okay. Casper, continue with the last part, okay?
Okay.
So the last one is about creating or creativity. The feminine energy is always about creativity. It's always about creation. One example of this is that it is only through feminine energy that you can create life. An example is that usually you create a baby, right? Babies will come through the feminine. Another example is nature. Nature is usually, well, in English, and I don't know if this is true in Chinese, but we say mother nature. Mother is feminine. Nature is a feminine form of energy. And in nature, there is always life. Nature is always creating life and creating more life and more life. Nature is always, the feminine is always about creation and creativity. But in looking at this similar idea, we can say that someone who is more in their feminine can be very creative. But if they don't have a strong masculine as well, they can have all of these creative ideas, but they never do anything. They never make anything with those ideas. Similarly, someone who is very masculine takes action and does things, but they may not necessarily be very creative or very new things. So it's interesting to see how we need both feminine and masculine energy to create, to be an artist or a designer or anything that any person or any to have any job where creation is important. We have to have this balance of feminine and masculine to bring something into the world. Similar with babies, right? You need the masculine and the feminine. Otherwise the baby does not grow, otherwise there is no baby. But the baby has to be created, has to come through the feminine. Yeah, sure, Notorio. You don't need to ask. And Casper, can you give a welcome back? Casper, can you do that? Can you translate it?
So I don't know the woman's nature is what's talked. What's mean?
Mother Nature? Mother Nature?
Mother Nature, yeah.
How do you say nature? Like natural, nature?
Nature?
Yeah. Can anybody translate nature for us?
I know the nature meaning birds. Birds, Mother Nature is...
Mother Nature is just a name that we call nature. We often will say Mother Nature. But it is nature. The reason why we call it Mother Nature is because we want to say that nature is feminine.
So the men's lives will less creative than...
Masculine energy, yeah. Masculine energy is not really about being creative. It's more about taking action, doing.
They focus taking action, not creative thinking.
Mm-hmm.
So
so start with creating and creativity.
应该就是说，I'm not very knows the Mother Nature, the part of Mother Nature.
Okay.
I just can't translate first.
Try whatever you can.
就是应该就是就是说女性的这个男性会更男方那边会更注重于行动那方面，然后之后呢他们的创造力要是我说错，你们发下在聊天了，然后就是他们创造力呢就会低于比女性稍微低一些，然后女性那方面的会稍微高一些，因为好像女性就是刚才说的那种，就比较在乎心理的那种东西。I'm not sure. I think I translate is wrong.
Okay. Should I ask?
Can you repeat again? I try again.
Okay, I'll say it one more time. Feminine energy is more about creating. It's more about being creative. So if someone is more feminine, if someone can be more feminine, they will tend to be more creative. They will tend to have very new and amazing ideas. But it doesn't mean that they will actually do anything with those ideas. It doesn't mean that they will make anything. If you think about, for example, a painter will have these amazing creative ideas, but they may not actually even paint anything because they need masculine energy to take action, to do. So it's important for someone who wants to be a designer or a maker of something to be able to balance their feminine, which is their creativity, and their masculine, which is taking the creative ideas and making them and bringing them into the world. Can you try that one?
The masculine, the meaning is, what's meaning?
Masculine energy?
Yeah. Oh no, sorry. Yeah. 就是说，就是女性在那方面就会，就是他们会有很多创意，比男性更多创意性的想法。然后呢，但是他们就是会有很多，就比如说他们会，非常新颖、非常神奇的想法，但是他们就是并不代表他们会去行动。然后呢，他们就是要学会it means we to study balance the materialized and energies and feel
feminine, masculine and feminine, yeah.
To balance, yeah. 就是要学会平衡那方面，就是就比如说，就是如果就是好像说设计这方面，就是你要学会平衡，然后还有制作这方面你要学会平衡，这两个就是这两个 energy。I mean that's all.
Okay, all right. So, guys, it is. Let's take a break.